Back now on County Connections, our premiere episode, and once again coming to you from the Forsyth County Government Center in Winston-Salem, downtown Winston-Salem, and we appreciate their hospitality and all the hard work they did to invite us in here. Earlier in the program, there were some references made to the opioid crisis, and I said we were going to talk about that later on, but sort of in a different vein. I want to talk about this settlement and the settlement funds that have come from abuses, really, not because of people taking it and overdoses, but because of some of the companies that did things they shouldn't have done, and so there ended up being settlement monies. Well, there's an expert in this who is dealing with this for the county. Let's talk to him now. Gordon Watkins is the Forsyth County Attorney, and thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
We've heard a lot, as I said, about the crisis. Bring me up to speed now on where we stand with everything.
Sure. As a little bit of background, as you indicated, this has been going on for a while. In 1995, Purdue Pharma introduced the first popular opioid, OxyContin, and they marketed it as a non-addictive narcotic that could be used to treat any pain. What happened, unfortunately, is that many people became addicted to it, and hundreds of thousands of Americans have died since then because of this. Forsyth County, along with many other counties across the country and several states, brought lawsuits against the manufacturers, the distributors, and other parties to address this issue, to curb the opioids and to get some payment for all the damage they inflicted. Recently, the manufacturers and the distributors have proposed a settlement which amounts to $30 billion nationwide.
Now, how did you personally get involved in this? Did it fall on you because you're the county attorney, or did there something that you wanted to get involved with on a more personal level, or what?
Well, it really happened almost accidentally. In January of 2020, National Council representing counties, including Forsyth County, and the State Attorney General's office invited us to Wake County to discuss a potential settlement. As part of that settlement, they said that counties would receive 15%, 15% of North Carolina settlement proceeds. I was shocked when I heard that. I thought that was ridiculous because counties are at the heart of many programs that treat opioid addiction.
Right.
I thought the percentage should be much higher. And so I proposed that the North Carolina Association of County Commissioners establish a committee that could negotiate directly with the North Carolina Attorney General's office so we could do better than that. And the NCACC subsequently formed what's called the 555 Committee.
So now, how are they involved in terms of, is it direct allocation of funds so that you let them know what you need and how you're going to do it, and they make sure it's funneled to you? So how does it work procedurally?
So what happened was this committee, which is 5 county commissioners, 5 county managers, 5 county attorneys, negotiated with the State Attorney General's office. And so what is going to happen is 85% of North Carolina settlement proceeds are going to go directly to counties and large municipalities. The counties can decide how they will use that money, but it has to be spent on opioid treatment and prevention. The other 15% will stay with the county. This is really the strongest allocation agreement for counties across the nation.
And of course, now I don't know anything about this. You're having to school me on it, but like if you have the County Department of Health and they're doing some great programs and whatever, then you would be the one, or you and Dudley, or sort of decide how the funds are going to go to specifically to the health department for a particular program, or how is that going to work?
So what's going to happen is every year there's going to be a meeting in the county, which will include the county and all the municipalities will be invited. And so it'll be a community meeting to form ideas as to how to spend that money, but ultimately it would be up to the Board of Commissioners to determine how Forsyth's money is spent.
Are you allowed to say publicly, I mean, how much money are we talking about eventually that you'll be able to allocate?
So eventually, the payments are over 18 years. Forsyth County stands to receive approximately $22 million.
That's great. And I know it's going to do some good, and it's unfortunate we have to spend it to do some good because the problem is so out of control. But I really do appreciate what you're doing to take the lead on this. And not to embarrass you, but if it hadn't been for you, then those percentages would have been a lot lower of funding that we were going to get. So, you know, if we had a studio audience, we'd be applauding you for that effort. And thanks, because that money's going to make a big difference. I appreciate what you do.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Gordon, thanks. We'll be right back after this.